Hi guys, Samantha from Jessama Tutorials here, and today I'm going to show you how to create a cute Dalmatian pendant. Now you're going to need one of my latest silk screens, which are a collection of pet portraits, each with different dog breeds. So we're going to be using this one today, but there are a few that I have at the moment. So here are just a few. So that's Husky, West Highland Terrier, Collie. I actually have a pendant that I did on Instagram for that one, so you can see there. Got Golden Retriever, Labrador, Boxer, Bulldog, German Shepherd, Pug, a Staffy, and an Australian Shepherd as well. So those are the ones I have at the moment. If you want me to do more, let me know in the comments below what breeds you prefer, because I do hand draw each of them. So anyway, I'm going to show you how to create a pendant. So I'm using Pearl White Primo today, and let me just peel this off. Hold on one moment. There we go, it was a little finicky. There we go. And then I think I'm going to be using this one. So I'll put this on. And now you can either use the one with the cutter outline, to which I have a matching cutter to go with if you want to do a pendant of that shape, or you can use the non-outlined piece and you can do things like bowls, you can do collars, bracelets, or maybe your own pendant shape if you happen to have that. Then I'm just going to take some black acrylic paint. I'm going to pop a little bit on. Then I'm just going to scrape that over the surface like so. Peel that up and wash your screen. There we go. Now you can of course leave it exactly like that and bake the piece, but I'm going to be using some pastels now to just give it a little bit of extra colour. So I'm going to cut it out first. There we go, and that line will tell you where to cut. There we go. Right, and now I'm doing this upside down, so let's see how well I do it. Yeah, so I've got some grey here, and these are just some chalk pastels that I'm working with. I've also got some white, and because we're working on Pearl White Polymer clay, the white will make a difference. And then I've also got a little bit of ecru, and then a little bit of this skin colour. Okay, and I'm going to grab the brush. Okay, and I'm going to start with the grey, just because I want to kind of colour in this nose. Now because we used black paint, the pastels won't colour over the top of that. If you used any other colour of paint, you would be having some issues with it colouring over the top, so just bear that in mind. Okay, and I'm just going to paint the white on, and that will dull the pearl white influence, so just be careful not to get it on the actual pearl white. Okay, I'm just going to pop a little bit of this pink around the mouth area there. Okay, and then I'm going to continue with the white, like so. And now depending on which breed of dog you want to do, you can of course colour it any colour you wanted. You don't even have to necessarily go with the realistic colours. You could, for all I care, go with a rainbow Dalmatian. I'm just going with the realistic colours this time around, but feel free to play around and have fun. This one of course was done with the same technique I'm showing right now, but it was done on white polymer clay. So you'll notice when I do this one, once it's baked and we put some resin over the top, that you'll be able to see some of the pearlescent. So just keep that in mind when you're using when you're choosing what clay you want for a backing. Okay, and I'm just going to continue on like I am. Okay, there we go. Now I want to colour the background. So I'm going to be using metallic powders now. So I've got this nice blue and a green. And I'm actually going to use the lids since we've got a lot of mica powder on there. And now very gently and carefully I'm going to go and colour this in because I don't want to get mica powder on the inside of the image. Okay, so I'll just very carefully colour it like so. Okay, then I'm going to go in with the blue and just make sure you blend the two together, all while being careful not to get that mica powder on your current piece. And this is why I did the pastel part first, because it's easier to avoid the mica powder sticking to the inside of the image if there's already a powder that's been applied to that. There we go, now just blend that. Okay, and continue up the rest of the piece. Okay, there we go. Now the last step that I want to do personally is I want to texture the outside. Now, because I have to be careful because I don't want the main image to get textured, I'm going to use a piercing tool, at least on the outside, and then I'll swap over to a more broad reaching tool. So I would go along the outside like that, then I'll take something like this, which you can see gets a lot more done a lot quicker, but it would be difficult to get it right up close to the image. And I'm just going to texture it like so. Okay, and there we go. That's how it looks. So now I'm just going to turn this around because I want to first off just make sure that this has stayed round about right, because after texturing you might find that it moves just a little bit, so I'm just going to very gently cut off any excess that might have happened. Yep. Okay, and then I'm going to position this in the middle. Cut. There we go. Then just hook that out. And I'll very gently lift this up. I should actually do that with a blade. That up, remove the excess, quickly smooth down along the sides, and then put that into the oven for a full hour at Primo's recommended temperature. Okay, and there we are, it is out of the oven. So now I am going to use some UV resin. Just spread that over the surface. Okay, then I'll just use some piercing pins to gently spread that over. Then I'll put that in the UV light for 15 minutes until the resin is cured, and then you'll see how it looks when it is done. Okay, and here it is out of the UV light. So you can see how nicely that's brought up the pearl white. So that's basically it for today's tutorial. It's relatively simple, but I think it works quite well. Let me know what you thought in the comments below, and also let me know what sort of dog breeds or cats or any pets that you keep you would like to see in a silkscreen design, because I do draw all of these by hand, so be sure to let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.